This is day 31 of my Practicing Visibility series, where I track the progress of me trying to become a known public figure for young people while actively getting over my fear of being seen. So, yesterday was day 30, although when I was recording, I thought it was day 29. So, I didn't really give it day 30 a lot of justice, but I want to talk a little bit about just where I've come so far from the beginning of the project. I have in the past really struggled with being consistent, especially because I have a history of getting really positive feedback around something that I feel like I don't put a lot of effort into. So, like speaking, for instance, speaking is not hard for me. Speaking has never felt hard. I think the only time I was ever afraid to give a speech was when I was doing my TEDx talk because you had to memorize that. And I don't ever memorize like word from word what my speech is because I just know what I'm talking about. And so what I would do is I would stick to the things that I was good at. Like if I got kind of praise around it right away, I would stick to it. And that's actually why I stuck with the content style that I did for so long. I don't actually like just being emotional and stoic and like that's not really how I am. And with young people, I know that they see that disconnect because it's like you're funny in person, but online it just doesn't show up that way. So I stick with what I've been told is good, and I don't give myself, or I haven't in the past given myself time to just be crappy at something. Actually, I've talked about this before in podcasts and stuff, but before I did the Today Show, which was 4 years ago, I was literally going to leave teaching to go get better at being bad at things. I was going to try to become a speaker, but I was going to live at my mom's place for a while and literally just like from the bottom start up. And what happens is I will, start a project, get like 3 or 4 things into it, not getting the feedback that I usually get or I'm looking for, and then I would quit or I would lose motivation around it. So to hit day 30 on this is a big deal, especially because for the most part, nobody's watching these videos. I just found out my best friend Andrew is watching these, which makes me really happy. But there was a couple of videos that randomly, like for some reason, got 200, 300 views on them. But even yesterday, like 0 views, the day before, 2 views. And so for me, the practice of showing up and doing this, even if people don't give me the validation, is a huge deal. So I'm very excited. I'm very proud of myself for sticking with this. One of the biggest changes that I think I've noticed is I've gotten a lot more comfortable on camera. So with this stuff, I feel like I've kind of been the same the whole time. But when I'm making content and sharing how I feel, I would you have like so much anxiety around, did I say this right or is this going to go viral? And I just like don't care about that stuff anymore. I believe that if I do the content that I want to do and I talk about the things that I want to talk about, that it will reach the right people. That's what I believe now. So instead of changing what I'm doing to fit other people or what I think other people want from me, I'm just doing what I'm doing. And that's why I like this project because there's like no stakes. There's not really any pressure around it. So yeah, I on my social media, especially my Instagram and TikTok, used to struggle and used to beat myself over the head about I have to post 3 times a week, and then I would sit down in front of the camera and have like an anxiety attack around I have to make something that's going to push me to the next level, and none of that really matters. The content that I was making before the Today Show found me was me teaching kids, and the way that I did it was I recorded myself like teaching online, and then that way you couldn't see the kids but you could hear them talking and you could hear me talk. I wasn't recording them because I thought, okay, this is going to go viral. I was recording them, one, because I've never had footage of me working with kids and I wanted to. And two, this was like the perfect opportunity because, again, you can't see the kids. I didn't want to exploit them, especially talking about deeper stuff. I wasn't aiming to go viral. And I got lost in that because I got a lot of feedback from agencies and from agents and production companies and celebrities of like, this is your opportunity and you got to take it. And I feel like if I would have taken those opportunities early on, I would have sold out the work. And that is heartbreaking to me. So I'm in that building up phase. And day 30 is a huge accomplishment. I'm being true to myself and being true to the work. So the biggest shift for me is that when I'm making content, one thing I'm really thinking about is am I offering something to young people, or am I offering something to the people that care about young people? And if the answer is yes, I'm going to do it. So day 31, down. See you tomorrow. And yes, my hair is very, very curly. Look at it. Curly boy.